Hi Maniacs! My name is Julie, I run a small Pokemon card business and also I do content creation full time. Today I wanted us to celebrate the new year coming by talking about how we can operate our Pokemon card businesses in 2026 and what I predict is going to be happening in the business and on the market in the coming year. Let's dig in. Black Star promo, Jumbo card. And our pack selection is 4 packs of Journey Together, 2 packs of Mega Evolutions, and 2 packs of Distant Rivals. So personally, I think with the market correcting already a bit now in the end of 2025, we will see some pretty cool things happening in the start of 2026. I have been speaking a lot about the market, the correcting, the crash, if you want to call it that, on my channel for I think the past month or two. So it's not really anything new to anyone that I do think that we are seeing changes coming into the market. But I also think that it does have some different impacts on how we'll do business and exactly what will happen both for collectors and for the smaller Pokemon businesses in the industry. First pack hit, not bad. So speaking of going into 2026, I do think that the thing that we will see most of is probably how people will try to either change their business models or maybe become more unique in the market. Because I do believe that once we get further into 2026, it's not really enough that you just have Pokemon products on hand anymore. In 2025, it's been so hard to get product most of the time. It's been super hard to just get your hands on anything to rip or to collect, basically. So I think there was a time where a lot of businesses were able to thrive, only basically because they had product to offer when no one else had, right? So I do think that it's kind of a different situation in the year coming up. You have to do something that's different. You have to attract your customers with something that everyone else doesn't have. Because, I think it always has been with Pokemon, we'll be looking at prices, which is very normal for, I think, a consumer-based thing like Pokemon. The places with the cheapest prices and maybe the best service usually will go with the most sales. I think that's very natural, and I think that that's also what we will be seeing going forward. But I also think that if you are wanting to price your items maybe at a bit higher, maybe at a premium, you will have to do something that, maybe not everyone else is doing. What is this? Yeah, so I think it will be super important to kind of find, as I mentioned in a previous video, kind of niche down a little bit within the Pokemon market. That's a pretty good advice to anyone starting out, especially when it's hard to get your hands on products or you maybe don't have that much capital to just throw after, a lot of inventory. I do think that anyway, it's a pretty good business model to kind of niche down, maybe doing only slabs or doing only maybe ETBs or Pokemon Center stuff. As I've mentioned before, this is a great way to kind of enter the market, but I also think it might be something worth looking into going into a market where competition is going to be a bit harder, just because everyone will probably have product when we reach the middle of 2026. So I think you will have to do something that's a lot different, or at least something that is more unusual, better service, have trade nights when no one else is having them. If you are, of course, a physical store. For you guys that are like me, only online, we do have our limitations, but maybe we can do better pricing or have better offers on the website or whatever it is that makes us unique and makes the customer want to spend their money with us rather than with a competitor. So I definitely think that that's one of the big things going into 2026. We'll see probably some niching down, some specializing. I think it will be super interesting to see what's happening in the first few card shows of the year, if anyone is already implementing new strategies or doing something different. Cool, Mega EX. I'm not really sure exactly how it's going to go down, and I do think it's gonna differentiate a bit between the bigger stores that were, major before the market went completely crazy a year ago. I think they will definitely have another approach where more of the smaller and newer businesses like mine will have to be more creative, I think, because we are also still, hunting for customers and getting recognized in the market. So I think there's a big thing in terms of just doing more branding and being more visible and creating the community that it takes to really run a business like this, especially when we are in a competitive market. Very on theme for the time of the year. So I definitely think that one of the most important things that you can do is figure out what your specialty is this year. What can you make your thing? Is it like some type of content that can make you kind of take off in the business world? Or will you just have to keep doing what you've already been doing? I mean, if you are consistent with something already, it being content, streaming, maybe doing something particular, I don't know, grading, pre-grading, whatever it is that's kind of your thing, or that's something that you're known for in the community, I think it's really the time to just keep your head down and keep grinding on whatever you're already working on. I think that's definitely what's going to give the best output. Oh my goodness. And yeah, and also just as a small prediction, I do think the market is going to be, correcting even more than what we're seeing right now. I'm not sure that we'll get back to like 2 years ago in terms of pricing. When I started collecting, it was a lot of fun. It was very accessible. Of course, I still find the hobby to be super fun. But for me, it's more in terms of, regulating expectations. So I don't think we'll see the prices that we saw 2 years ago. I think the market has kind of figured that we can have higher price tags than what might even be good. But I do think that we will reach maybe MSRP or something along those lines pretty soon for the products that haven't already. So I do think that that's kind of the next step in the development of the market. Not bad for a single EX box. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I would love to hear your 2026 predictions. What do you think the market is going to be like, and what will you be focusing on in your business or content journey, or whatever you're into within Pokemon collecting, selling, whatever it is? I would love to hear more down in the comments. Also, I really think that you would love to watch the video that is up on screen right now. So maybe you should click over there and get some more Pokemon content into your beautiful eyeballs. Other than that, please remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and ring the bell notification so you will know exactly when I'm live or posting new videos. I do go live with streams, sponsored streams, and a lot of good deals a lot of the time. So make sure that you are already on the notification list. Also join my Discord if you want direct info on when I'm going live as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the new year. Bye bye.